Now, people are always coming up to me and saying, Sean, what's the difference between anime and manga? Well, actually, this is a half-truth. Due to the current global situation, I haven't been out much, and nobody has asked me much of anything, and if they did, I might not be able to hear them through their mask. But I have been asked that a lot in the past, so it's still sorta true. Any rate, I digress. Anime is the Japanese word for animation. It is literally the English word animation written in Japanese and slightly shortened. So in Japan, it applies to all animation. Shrek is anime. Mickey Mouse is anime. The Jetsons are anime. But here in the West, we only refer to anime as animation made in Japan or something resembling the style of the animation that is made in Japan. Manga is the Japanese word for comic. The word manga comes from a Japanese word composed of two kanji, the first one meaning whimsical or impromptu, and the second one meaning pictures. The same term is the root for the Korean word for comics, which is manhwa, and the Chinese word for comics, which is manhwa. So simply, manga are Japanese comics. Manga is more than samurais, ninjas, giant robots, martial artists, and magical girls. Now, Japanese love their comics, and I can tell you that for a fact because I lived in Japan in 2015, and pretty much every single magazine that is published over there has a comic supplement, so there is pretty much a manga for everything. While most anime is based on manga, most manga never gets made into an anime. And I've been into comics for pretty much my entire life. My favorite genre of comics is the horror comic, so naturally I'm a big fan of horror manga. Which brings me to Bad Girl Exorcist Reina. And I'm going to be honest, I was hooked on it because when I read the summary, the manga pretty much had me at the description, which is delinquent girl Reina makes ghost fuck off. You got me. You got me at fuck off. The main character of this manga is Shinguji Kokoro. She's your typical overachiever member of the student council. In fact, she is the class president. Her life gets turned upside down when Reina Suzano gets transferred into her class. Reina looks like a criminal, and she has a threatening aura about her, and what is worse, she seems to have a bone to pick with our heroine. First, she defaces her desk, and when confronted, Reina says she had erected a magic circle. After school, Kokoro confronts Reina, and Reina tells her that she has no business with Kokoro, and just with the ugly bitch standing behind her. Kokoro doesn't buy it because she can't see anyone behind her. And you see, Reina is actually an exorcist, and all the bullying and all the bad behavior is actually her performing exorcisms. Unfortunately, very few people can see ghosts, so it looks like she's bad. And eventually Kokoro begins to suspect that Reina isn't lying about being an exorcist and tries her best to do damage control as Reina goes about getting rid of evil spirits. Now, one of the things I really like about this manga is I think the art is really good. They do all the common tropes you find in horror manga, but there's also a lot of jokes and gag humor, so it can go from being really scary on one page and then you turn the page and it sets you up for a big laugh. I think the horror comedy is something that's actually really difficult to do well, and I think this manga does it. So far I've only read one volume of it, so I'm looking forward to reading more volumes and seeing more of the misadventures of Reina, Kokoro, and the rest of her class. So, in closing, I like to say I definitely recommend checking out Bad Girl Exorcist Reina. Great art, great story. It's both funny and scary. Check it out. And if you enjoy this video, then hit the like button. Share it with your friends. Like, seriously, share this video as much as you humanly possibly can. Hit that subscribe button, do all the YouTube stuff, and I will see you next time.